gonna say, man, he just talking. This is a real reliable LS Swap G-body. I'm talking about reliable. Just drove it 30 minutes. No problems, no nothing. Real deal. I'm talking about as soon as I get there, get the keys, check everything, get tuned to the money, boom, boom, I'm rolling out. Like I said, man, this is reliable. It might be a little loud. This joker loud, ain't got a lot of power to it, but hey, this is real reliable right here, man. I just want to record this and show y'all, man. What to do is your boy Row113. If you haven't already, man, make sure y'all go like, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get every notification that pop up. Man, y'all might can already tell by the video, man, by my face. I'm already happy. I'm excited. You know, we still got a long way to go, but it's a process, so I'm not gonna rush it. But as y'all been enjoying these videos and watching everything, how I've been breaking everything down on the car, fixing it, putting new parts on there, you know, just fixing, doing the build, doing a G-body build. So if you watched the last video, I had dropped the car off to get a tune. So that day finally came. Say I took him in the car. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. So I took him in the car that Thursday, and then that Friday he called me. I was at work, on my little lunch break. He called me, he said, man, now when he called me, I said, man, tell me something good. I don't want to hear nothing bad. He said, man, you know what? I ain't got nothing but bad news. So I'm like, what? So I don't know how y'all feel. If y'all tune and tell y'all he got bad news, my heart just beat fast. So I was like, dang, what's going on? He said, man, your fan's not coming on. You didn't have enough coolant. And he said, man, your heater core, I think I'm saying that right. The heater core was leaking all on the floor. I'm like, huh? For real? What? So at this point, I'm amazed because I thought, because when I was repairing the car running and stuff, it wasn't leaking, none of that. So in my head, I'm like, man, I thought I had enough in there, it wasn't leaking, none of that before I took it to you. And then he was like, man, you got to think about it. He said, man, you got to think about it. You had the car running and you had the fluid in there, but the same time you added the fluid, it might swallow it. It might need some more, and you thought there was enough. So I'm like, dang, man. And then I know I tried to add more fluid to the car, but I wasn't able to keep the car up and, cranking and running. It didn't want to function right. So the moment he get the car, drunk all the coolant, man, the fan didn't want to come on. So he said, man, I can fix it, or you can come get the car and then just bring it back, and then I tune it. So I'm like, nah. I said, man, I ain't gonna have time to come get the car. Nah, I told him, I ain't gonna have time to take out work, come get the car, and then take it to the shop, fix it, and then bring it back. And that's a whole nother day I had to take out work. I said, man, you know what? Go ahead and fix it. So I let him fix it, fix the fan, he add more coolant. And so that was that Friday. I told him, man, go ahead and fix when he called. So that Saturday, he called. He said, man, you ain't got enough transmission fluid. And there was it was like 1 or 2 hoses I didn't have hooked up. I'm gonna show y'all, but it was 1 or 2 hoses I didn't have hooked up, and I thought I ain't know I had to hook those up. I didn't know at all. Like I say, my first time doing LS Swap. It's a learning process. So I wasn't really mad at the time, but I was like, man, I want to keep giving him all this money. But, it part of it. So that Saturday when he called, you're like, man, you ain't got enough transmission fluid. So I added some transmission fluid in there, but it wasn't enough. So everything that I add, it wasn't enough. I should have added more. And I thought that was enough, but it wasn't. So after that Friday, we on that Saturday. So after that Saturday, he called me and said, yo, you need transmission fluid. You got two little hoses that's not even hooked up. So when he was trying to tune the car that Saturday, I guess when he was trying to tune it, it was fluid just shooting everywhere. Cause remember I didn't have them two hoses hooked up. I ain't had them two hoses hooked up, so it was just shooting everywhere. So he, I told him, man, go on fix it. So that was that Saturday. So that Sunday, it was New Year's Eve. So in my head, I'm like, man, I know he ain't finna touch the car on New Year's Eve. It ain't New Year's. So minus them 2 days. So that Monday, I had testing. And I was like, man, how everything looking? And he didn't text me back to that Tuesday. So that Tuesday, he was like, man, what he tell me? He said I might need to change my balancer, cause it's a truck balance. He said I need to go with a car balancer. I don't know what would be the difference. If y'all know what would be the difference, man, comment, let me know. I'm not sure about that, but I'm still change it out. Do that down the line, no problems. Right now, he didn't give me no problem, but he just asked, just told me it best to go and change out to a car balancer. I'll go ahead and do that. So that Tuesday, he texted me that, that was good. And I think, that Monday, it had rain. I think that Monday or Tuesday had rain, so he couldn't tune at all. So he don't tune while it's raining, because it's a street tune on there. So that Wednesday, he said, man, it was a little sprinkle. The ground's still wet. Yeah, he said the ground's still wet, so I'm not going to tune it. So boom. He said, he texted me that Thursday morning. He said, man, I'm going to tune the car, and I'm going to keep it, make sure everything good. So that Friday, he had called me. He had asked me, he said, man, what type of rear end is this? I said, it's just a factory stock GM 7.5 rear end 10 bolt. It got like a 2-something, 3-something gear in it, but it's not a positive. So, it didn't come with a positive. So he was like, okay. So he had put that in. That Friday, put it in the system and all that. He called me like 2 minutes later. He said, yeah, the car ready. So I'm like, man. I said, man, look, I'm gonna come get the car around 3 or 4. So boom, I go get the car 3 or 4. I drove this car. I'm gonna tell y'all something though. I drove this car 35 to 40 minutes after I picked this car up. They have no problems at all. No leak, no nothing. That's how reliable this car is. Like I say, it's an LS 480 trans. I didn't have no problem. The car didn't overheat. It didn't stall out. It didn't do nothing at all. So that's why I say I went to this guy because I did some research behind him and I knew he was a good tuner. So shout out to that tuner that tuned this car. So what I'm saying to y'all is, man, make sure y'all go to a reliable tuner. Everybody say they can tune a car, but everybody can't tune a car. Period. I mean, you get somebody to tune your car, don't know what they're doing, man, they can lock up your stuff. Easy, no problem. Soon you take off the lot, the parking lot, anywhere you at, it can shut off or lock up, whatever. Like I say, the tuner, he was fixing the car, finna tune it. He finna tune it heavy ready the next day, but the car had problems. He called me like, man, your car got problems. So you want me to fix it or what? I'm like, man, go on fix it. I want it done the right way, not the wrong way. Because if I would have told him, nah, don't fix it, don't even worry about it, he said he wouldn't have tuned it. So I just want y'all, man, make sure y'all go to a reliable tuner, bro, because it's very important. Like I said, I drove this car 35, 40 minutes. I'm going to put the clip in there. I recorded a little bit because it was raining. My wipers weren't working. Man, it was amazing how I went and got this car. Because I hear like, man, the car ready. When he said the car ready, I went and got it, no problem. I couldn't find no car trader because I don't have one. So I said, man, you know what? He said, man, you can drive it, no problem. It got a tune, you can drive it now. I went and drove it. I drove, man, straight to the house. I only stopped one time, put some gas in it. It kept going. Like I said, man, it's just, I trust my tuner. So if you build a relationship with your tuner, you should have no problems at all. Like I say, do some research behind your tuner. It took me like 5 to 6 months just to see who I'm gonna let this car get tuned by. Like it was either him or another company. Them the only two. The other one is my backup. You always have a backup for your tuner, but make sure both of them good, no matter what. So like I said, man, I appreciate him. I said I really shook his hand so tight, man. I gave him a hug, like, bro, man, I love you I love you for this, bro. Like real talk. I ain't ran into no problems. You know, driving the first day you was it, you boom, your car overheat or something else happened. You know, it didn't do nothing. It drove like a regular car. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, it was a rough process. I ain't know I was gonna go through all this. You know, this is my first time doing a LS swap, and I learned from it. And now when I do another LS swap, I already have everything in my head, what I need to do, what I need to have hooked up, how much fluid to have in, everything. And one last thing before I turn the camera around, show y'all the car, do the cold start, everything. Man, what I finna tell y'all, man, when y'all doing these LS swaps, do not buy cheap parts, used parts at all. I mean, at all, period. If you're doing the LS swap and you using used parts, they not gonna last long. Once they tune their car and he see it leaking, that is a perfect example of why not to use used parts. So I don't know if y'all know or not, but another guy put my motor in, you know, and I just finished the rest of it, like core intake, the headers, the wire harness, a couple sensors. It's a lot of little stuff. Change the battery. You know, I flip a lot of stuff around. You know, he didn't get a chance to finish everything, so I finished it. And a couple of parts on that car was used, but they was some, I think, nah, they weren't used. He bought them off, I think Amazon or eBay or something like that. They no good. All them parts I got from him, they no good at all. I mean, they was either leaking or they were just a bad part. But from my view, don't buy nothing cheap unless you know for sure it ain't gonna do nothing at all. It ain't gonna get loose. It won't, the gas won't rip. It won't leak, no none of that. So man, make sure y'all get some good parts. And sometimes it's about where you get it from. You know, you might catch a deal on some of it. Like some of these parts, I got them from Summit, no problem, no hesitation. Got from Summit. Most of everything that I changed out on this car, I got it from Summit. If it ain't Summit, it was from Texas Speed. Shout out to them and Summit. Like I say, man, just make sure y'all get the right parts for these cars. If you're doing LS swap, if you're doing a small block, you know, copyright swap, anything, it ain't gotta be no G about it. I mean, you can have a Mercedes Benz, anything. Like, if you gonna change some stuff out, get a part that you don't know have a warranty or is not used or damaged or been painted. You like people get used parts and they'll try to paint it, you know, put a little style to it and act like it's a brand new part. Come on now. Have common sense. It's used. If the paint start chipping, it's used. What I say, man, like, I can't tell y'all what to do, but I'm just giving y'all just a couple thoughts to run through your head. But that's from my experience. So I ain't gonna sit here and just lie like ain't nothing happened to the car. It was perfect. No, it was not perfect at all. It kind of gave me a headache. And I was like, man, I end up paying him this amount to a whole nother amount. I had to get it done. But at the same time, you know, it's gonna be worth it down the line. Like I say, the car is. I still have to take it back to him because I need to upgrade the rear end. So right now he got it dialed in to where the takeoff is just not aggressive at all. Like you have to ease you like how can I explain it? Like you can't like soon you hit the gas, no, it don't do that. So you take off, I say after that second gear, you stomp it, that joker get sideways quick. But I ain't gonna tell y'all too much about it though. You will see in the video. I'm finna do a ride along, show y'all everything. Like I said, I'm finna do the cold start, all that. Yeah, but once I get the style converter and upgrade the rear end, we turn it up. I'm talking about 100% turn it up. We might add some nitrous on it. So, I don't know. I'm gonna see what's up. So right now, I love it. And this Black Mama, you know, she gonna run. So through this process, I hope everything continue going, how it's going. You know, I have nothing negative about, you know, doing the LS swap, none of that. So, like I say, man, I'm just finna turn the camera around, gonna get started showing you everything. Then we're gonna do a little ride along in the car. And it joke loud too, bro. It's real loud. So, I'm finna check out, and then I'm gonna check out back in. All right? Peace. appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the video, liking it, hitting the bell, comments, and everything that y'all done did so far. I appreciate y'all for supporting. As you see by these little clips, these little videos, I just drove the car, get the feel of it. Like I say, it's not turned up all the way, so I just drove it, get the feel of it, and everything is good so far. I gotta replace the gearbox for the power steering, with the gearbox for the steering wheel. I gotta replace that, and I think it'll be alright. It'll be straight after I replace that. I had to replace the line because it was leaking. I had replaced that, and after that, it wasn't leaking. None of that. Drove it. I say I drove it yesterday. I drove it today. It wasn't leaking. It wasn't leaking at all. I forgot to show y'all. I had put the light bulbs in for the tail lights. All on work, so we good on that. The signal light work, everything good. So I'm happy about that. So now I gotta do is I'm just cleaning them off. They still good, usable. Other than that, I think that's about it. Like I say, I still gotta get the style converter and upgrade the rear end. And I think then after that, I'm gonna turn the car up a little bit. So my tuner's gonna turn the car up all the way. So right now, it's like every time I smash the gas, and it don't get no traction at all. It don't do nothing but spin, and I really can't even feel it from a lunch. I really can't feel it how it lunch. Cause like if I just try to lunch it, it'll be like the left side or the right side, it just spin and spin and spin and spin. So I'm gonna get that taken care of. That's the next thing to do. The style converter and the rear end. And I think that'll be it. So I can turn it up all the way. And that's it. So like I said, man, appreciate y'all for watching. You see my voice going, it's going away a little bit. But appreciate y'all for watching. And like I say, man, stay tuned for the next video I'm finna drop. Man, it's easy to sleep now, so I ain't, I used to always be like, man, I can't wait to tune this car, drive it. Finally get the chance to do it. But like I say, man, appreciate y'all for watching, supporting me. And that's it, y'all. I'm out.